What's up, y'all? D Prime 215 here. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yours truly. So for this video, I'm going to talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling Sakura Genesis, the match between Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay. Kota Ibushi defended his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship in the very first ever defense of the championship after they were, unified, and he was officially declared the first champion at the 49th anniversary show. So if you recall, if you may have watched my prediction video, my prediction was for Kota Ibushi to retain over Will Ospreay in the first ever defense of the championship. However, I was incorrect, and Ospreay is now the first ever British born, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion in any of its incarnations. And the match, the one thing I was right about, however, was that the match was great. The match was a little different. I was expecting for Ospreay and Ibushi to do like a more kind of like over the top high risk style. However, they paced it out a bit more. It was like still energetic, but it wasn't like a ridiculous amount of spots in this match, which was pretty cool. It was different, so I was like seeing, great matches between, wrestlers who have history. They try to wrestle like a different match each time, so that was good. So some of the main things about this match that stood out to me, first and foremost, I would say I like how Ibushi and Ospreay, how they kind of played on each other's like weak points. So if you followed the New Japan Cup 21, you're aware of the fact that Ospreay suffered a broken nose. And he also had, this may have been in the tournament or after the tournament, around the tournament, he had something with his like right arm that was taped up. So like he had some injuries going into this match. And Kota Ibushi, I don't know how that man still is walking around. I don't know how he still has a neck at this point. So as long as he can keep going, wrestle a safer style, props to him. So like they played off of that, right? One particular point that I really liked in this match, these spots may or may not be in order, but it was when Ospreay went to do a reverse bloody Sunday on Kota Ibushi. Ibushi kneed Ospreay in the face. And, Ospreay, of course, his nose is broken, so he's like, covering his nose. And Ibushi just had this really like evil looking smirk on his face. I'm like, okay, I like that. It was like borderline heel, but, that was cool. I like that. And there was another spot too where Ospreay hit a really, really nice pair of shooting star presses on Ibushi for a 2 count. That was great. He also hit Ibushi with the Oz cutter. It took him 2 tries to do it, but he hit him with the Oz cutter. And also the finishing sequence was bananas. So like Ibushi hits Ospreay with 2 Kamigoyes, doesn't work out. He pulls down the knee pad. Ibushi, he goes for another Kamigoye, he gets reversed into a small package, and then he goes for like, flying knee, doesn't work out, hook kick, and then Ospreay runs at him with the jumping knee. Then he hits him with the hidden blade, Stormbreaker, 1, 2, 3. So new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I saw people commenting saying that was karma for Ibushi unifying the championships, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. And then what happened after the match was also pretty important as well. So Ospreay, he cut a promo pretty much saying like, that's where he debuted in New Japan and everything that he went up until that point. And then he pulled a page out of Conor McGregor's book when he said like he apologizes. I think he said he apologized to absolutely no one. And, I was watching that. I felt like it was like when Soulja Boy was on the Breakfast Club. He's like, he stole my whole flow, word for word, bar for bar. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, wasn't that Conor McGregor's line? Anyway, it was what it was, man. So, that was cool. And then afterwards, he wound up challenging CM Punk, which at first I'm like, why did you challenge CM Punk? Then I realized CM Punk challenged, well, not challenged, but he mentioned that he wanted to work with Ospreay. That was cool. He challenged Drew McIntyre. This is in the press conference like a little bit after the match. And then while he was still in the ring, he challenged Kazuchika Okada. Okada came, just swagging out to the ring, skipping to the ring, whatever he was doing. He got the microphone and he was like just tapping the microphone. Shingo was like, you take it too long. He comes out there, snatches the mic from Okada. It was like, nah, fam, you gotta wait for a minute. I'm challenging Ospreay first, so we're getting that at Wrestling Dontaku. And then at some point after that, I believe it's at Wrestling Grand Slam, we're getting Okada challenging the winner of Takagi and Ospreay. So there you have it, man. Like, it was a bit polarizing. I feel like when Ospreay won, a lot of people were upset, you know, for many different reasons. Ibushi lost. I was a bit surprised he lost because he went through all of that. Like, you know, I don't, even though, like I said, like, Ibushi's heel to me, like, that's kind of like kayfabe. I don't actually hate Ibushi, believe it or not, because I kind of realized, like, that decision to unify the championships was probably already made. I don't know how much pull Ibushi has, but I doubt he has the power to arbitrarily unify championships. So he was kind of the figurehead for that. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But, you know, it's surprising to me. The match was great. I wanted Ibushi to retain, but we have Ospreay as champion. I don't know how long Ospreay will be champion. Another aside on this, because, like, if you look at, like, a number of wrestlers in their first reign as IWGP Heavyweight Champion, it's been short. Evil, Tetsuya Naito, Kazuchika Okada himself, Jay White. You know, those are a few off the top of my head, like, where, like, the first reign as IWGP Heavyweight Champion was short. So, you know, whatever happens, if we're going to get, like, a potential, you know, AEW New Japan champion versus champion show, if, you know, Ibushi will get the belt back in time to wrestle Kenny Omega, or if it's going to be Okada, or if it's going to be Ospreay, we don't know. But I say, like, you know, I say all that to say, like, the wrestling world is just ultra unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. And I'm looking forward to seeing what, you know, what lies ahead for Ospreay and New Japan and, you know, the Mighty Morphin Championship, better known as the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I think I'll forever, you know, kind of throw some shade at that championship until they change the belt. But there you have it. What do you guys think of the match and the whole outcome? You know, how do you feel about Will Ospreay being champion? All that, you know, whatever you think about the match, the whole, you know, the whole fiasco and everything, if you will, surrounding it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure, once again, you like, comment, share, and subscribe to yours truly, D Prime 215. See you next time. Peace.